Hello everyone, today we are going to start with the new topic, that is the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so first of all, let us understand how does a bank reconciliation statement work and what is the bank reconciliation statement first of all. See, I have two transactions over here on screen, right? I have two transactions. So in this, it says my ICICI bank account has been debited and this says my ICICI bank account has been credited, right? So let's see what does that mean. See, in the cash book, whatever we prepare, a debit means my account balance has increased, right? And a credit means my account balance has reduced, right? But coming to bank account, I'm not talking about the bank account which we prepare in our books of accounts. I'm talking about the bank account maintained by the banks, right? So now how does debit and credit work over there? We have debit, we have credit over there, right? So let us see how does it work over there. Whatever money I pay to my bank, they receive it. Is it their money? Is it the bank's money? No, it is not. Whose money it is? It is my money. But I am paying it to bank for keeping it out of safe custody, right? Because of this, tomorrow if I go to the bank and ask them the money, are they supposed to pay me the money back on spot? Are they supposed to pay me the money back on spot? Right? They are supposed to pay me the money on spot. So that means, will it be their asset? See, it's an asset to me. Like whatever cash or the bank account balance I have is an asset to me, the business. But when it comes to bank, which takes deposits, savings account deposit or whatever money it might be from different people or the public. So is it their money? No sir, it is not their money. It is public's money. So can I say that whatever money bank takes from the public is a liability to them? Yes sir. Why? Because tomorrow if the customer comes and asks for money, bank is supposed to pay to them. Bank cannot say, I will not pay the money, I don't have money now, go tomorrow you come. Okay, can bank say that? No, bank is not supposed to say that. So because of that, whatever money bank has it in its own custody on behalf of the customer is a liability. So therefore, applying the liability rules of the out of 5 heads, whatever debit stay in the bank account means as per the bank, whatever debit means it is a decrease in the balance, and whatever credit means the increase in the balance. Applying the liability rule, whatever debit means a decrease in the balance, and whatever credit means a increase in the balance. Got it? So now look at the messages that we get when the bank account balance is increased or decreased. See, my ICICI bank account has been debited. So what does debit mean? It is reduced. Now in this case, why is it reduced? I have paid to Bangalore Metro, right? So Bangalore Metro's account has been credited, but whereas my account has been debited. So for the Metro I have paid some charges. For that my bank account has been debited. So that means my bank account balance has been reduced. Clear? Then coming to the second part, ICICI Bank has been credited with rupees 10. What? This is my dividend received from Sun TV networks. Right? So this is credited. This has been received in my bank account. So whenever there is a credit, my bank account balance is increased. Whenever there is a credit, it means that my bank account balance is increased. So remember this always. Whatever cash book we maintain in the books of accounts is always debit whenever there's increase, credit whenever there is a decrease. But exact reverse happens in the bank account, or I can also call it as my passbook. Many of you might have a bank account where bank gives you a passbook. What does passbook have? All the list of transactions that you have done, be it a debit or be it a credit transaction, and it shows the remaining closing balance at the end, right? So this is what passbook is called as. So in my passbook, any debit means a reduction in the balance in the bank account balance, and any credit means an increase in the balance in the bank account. Clear with this? Fine. Now, what might happen is there might be some differences in the bank account when I check it at a point of time. Let's say this is May month. At the end of May, let me say I had some transactions which has not been entered in the bank account. See, there are two things. Okay, remember this. There are two things. We have studied cash book now. So in cash book there are different columns, but in the cash book there is also a bank amount column. Remember, there's a bank amount column. So what does this bank amount column signify? It shows me what is the balance in my passbook or the bank account, how much is the balance in the bank account. So basically what happens is, me being a business should have a note of or the account of every transaction that is being done in the bank account. Yes, whatever transaction that has been done in the bank account, all the transactions should have been there in the my business books of account. So therefore, I maintain a cash book which has a bank column in it, which has a bank amount column in it. Same should match with the passbook generally. Why? Because whatever entries are debited over there will be credited in my books of accounts. Whatever debited in my books of accounts will be credited in the passbook. But sometimes this might not happen. Why? There might be some differences. Now, what are the reasons? What are the reasons for the differences in the passbook and the cash book? See, whenever I say cash book, it means my business. And whenever I say passbook, it means the bank. Be it SBI Bank, Syndicate Bank, Canara Bank, or whatever the banks it might be. Syndicate Bank is merged right now, but still. So, there are three causes of the differences. One is my timing difference. Timing difference. What is the timing difference? Let us say, I had given a check to my customer. Saying that you take this check, go to your bank and give it to the bank. That bank will ask my bank. Let's say he has Axis Bank and mine is HDFC Bank. So Axis Bank will contact my HDFC Bank and say that this is the check we have received from against your bank account. So please pay us the money. Right. So let me say on let's say 15th of May, I had given him the check. I had issued him the check. What is the period of check? For how long will the check be valid? It is generally valid for 3 months. The checks, whatever is issued, will be valid for 3 months on the date of issue. Whatever issue date I have mentioned, from this date till 3 months the check will be valid. So now what the customer does is, he goes on, let's say 25/6 to withdraw the money from my bank account or to deposit the check into his bank, because 3 months are not lapsed. I have issued him the check on 15/5. He has went to his bank on 25/6. Now, what I will do, once I issue a check in my cash book, so basically bank column in the cash book, I will say my account has been credited, signifying my balance has been reduced. Because when I give a check, it's a payment entry, right? Whenever I give a check, it's a payment entry. So my cash account balance, my bank account balance is reduced as per me. But is my actual bank account balance reduced? No, sir. Why? If I sit on 31st of May to match my passbook with my cash book, so will they both tally? No, sir. Why? Because this guy has withdrawn the money on 25/6, right? Which is after 31st of May. So the amount has been debited from the bank account on 25/6, but as per 31st May, the balance has not yet been deducted. So my cash book will show a less balance, whereas my passbook will show a more balance, because in the cash book I have already reduced the check amount, but the bank account balance is still reflecting that particular amount because it is not yet withdrawn by the customer. Customer is taking time to withdraw the amount. That's why. So this is one of the timing differences. On different dates there is a timing difference. Clear? Okay. Then transaction difference. Now what is the transaction difference error? Let us say bank is paying me a interest. Interest on savings account. Yes. But me, I don't know about it. I have not received any message for the same. Maybe bank might have forgot to give me the message, or maybe I have oversaw the message. No, don't know. But in my cash book, the entry is not done. The entry is not at all done. But in the bank account, the entry will be done. The bank account balance will increase because I am receiving an interest from the bank. Yes, it will increase. So now, again, if on 31st March I sit and match my passbook and my cash book, will these both match? No, sir. Why? Because bank account will show more balance than my cash book. Why? Because bank has already credited the interest to me. But whereas in my cash book, I have not yet debited the amount in my cash book. That's why my cash book will show a lower balance, my passbook will show a more balance. Clear? Then errors. Human beings do make errors. अरे गलती तो इंसान से ही होती है, right? But does bank makes an error? No. Why? Because all the systems are automated over there. So any person cannot sit and make some entries over there. Only the systems can do the manual automatic entries over there. So therefore the chances of errors are really low in the bank accounts or the passbook for that sake. But coming to my cash book, will there be errors? Yes, sir. Obviously there will be errors. Why? Because whoever is making the entry in the cash book might make some errors. He might miss some amounts over there. He might take some amounts wrongly over there. He might take some carry forward balances wrongly over there. Amounts might change somewhere, right? He might miss 1 0 over there. Some error might happen. So because of this, there will be some errors. Now tell me, bank passbook is perfect. Whatever the passbook maintained by the bank is perfect. But the cash book, whatever is maintained by me, is it perfect? No, sir. There will be some errors. There might be some errors, right? So will my cash book and passbook match if I sit on 31st May and there are some errors in my cash book? Will my bank passbook and my cash book match? No, sir. Obviously not, because there are some errors, because of which my closing balance in the cash book is different, my passbook is different, right? So because of this, there will be a difference. Clear? Now, before going to the main part, let us understand some of the transactions that might happen or the questions might come from. The first one, checks deposited into the bank, checks deposited but not cleared. See, what happens is generally, let's say on 30th of May, I go to the bank, I have a check in my hand given to me by the customer. Okay, customer has given me the check. Now I go to the bank, I say my banker, take this check and please give me the money. But bank says, hold on for some time, because this is a check of a different bank. So I need to contact the bank, get the money. This whole procedure might take you 3 days. Example, 3 days. Now it is around 2 or 1 days, but let's say 3 days. So when will this check be clear? 30th May, 31st May on 1st of June. 1st of June. If on 31st of May, I sit and tally my both the books, my cash book and my passbook and my cash book, will this both match? No. Because in my cash book, once I receive the check, I make the entry saying that this check is received and so much amount will be received on the debit side, because it's a receipt transaction, debit side increases, right? But coming to my bank account or my bank passbook, when will the amount be credited to my bank? On 1st of June and not on 30th May, because bank will send the check to the clearing bank. It will again take the check, approve it and give it back to me with the money whatever is received, supposed to be received by my bank, right? From the customer's bank to my bank. It might take me 3 days. So because of this, there will be a difference. So whenever you see the word deposited, that means whatever check I have in my hand is given to my bank. I have deposited the check to my bank. Whenever I deposit, only then I will get the money. Let us say if I am holding the check in my hand and I am not giving it to the bank, main nahi de raha bank ko. So will I get the money? Will this check give money? No. Only when I give this check to the bank, it will give me money, because bank will clear the check and give me the money into my account, right? So because of this, the check should be deposited to the bank. So whenever you listen to the word deposit, it generally means I am being paid by someone through check. Okay. Then check issued. The first one is done. Check issued. Now what does issued mean? Me taking my checkbook, writing a check, giving it to someone else. I am tearing a check and giving it to someone else. So basically that means, let's say I was supposed to make a payment to the supplier. In that case, what do I do? I write a check and give it to supplier. Now the check is with whom? The check is with the supplier. Now it's on the supplier to get it cleared from his bank, right? It might take 2 or 3 days. Because of this, again, there will be a difference in the cash book balance and the passbook balance. Okay. Then going ahead. Check directly deposited by the customer. So what is happening over here? So customer is not letting me know, but he is directly depositing the check to the bank. Now the bank will take the check because it is in my name. So bank will say, okay, this person has the account with us, so we will just take the check and clear it for him. But I don't know about it. Customer has also not told me the same. The bank has also not told me the same, that the check has been received on your name. The bank goes, clears the check, deposits the money to the bank account. But do I know that? No. So will I pass the entry in the cash book of my business? No, sir. Where will the entry be passed? Only in the passbook and not the cash book. So passbook balance will be more, whereas my cash book balance will be less, because I don't know the transaction. I am not knowing that the customer has paid the check to my bank, saying that deposited in my name. So because of this, what happens? I won't know, so I won't make the entry. But once I get the passbook from the bank at the let's say the month end, I will say, oh, this transaction was missed to be entered because I was not knowing about it, right? So bank account balance will be more, my account balance will be less. See, why I am telling you all this is because this will be helpful in the bank reconciliation part. So clearly try to understand, because of this particular transaction, because of this XYZ transaction, where will the balance be more, where will the balance be less? if you get to know that, you can easily complete the BRS chapter. I will guarantee you that, because in the examination, one question will be definitely coming from this chapter. So let's say for 10 marks if it comes, imagine out of 40, 10 marks is from bank reconciliation. Simply you can clear it, right? Simply you can score more than 60 marks because of this one chapter. Because 10 marks is a free short question for you people. So please try to clearly understand this whole concept. Then going ahead. Income. Just like I said, let's say that's the interest from FD directly received by the bank. So bank is directly paying me the interest, but I don't know about it because I was not intimated about the same. So bank is creating the interest in the bank account. So my bank account balance is increased. But what about me? Do I know it? No. So will I pass an entry in the cash book? No, sir. So because of this, bank account balance will be more, whereas my balance will be less. Then expenses. Expenses like telephone bill, insurance charges directly paid by the bank on standing instructions. So what does standing instructions mean? What is standing instructions mean? Me going to the bank, standing and saying, sir, please deposit money. No. Let us say there is some insurance amount to be paid. Some insurance premium are supposed to be paid to the LIC. Me being a bullocked person, I keep forgetting things. Okay. Let's say on 10th the insurance premium should have been paid. Because I keep forgetting, I go to my bank, I write a letter saying that on 10th of every month, please deposit 5,000 rupees from my account to LIC's account. I will give the account details of the LIC, saying that on this date, this much amount should be paid to LIC. Now what happens? Bank will do its work because everything is automated over there. But me, who is keeping on forgetting things, will I make an entry in my cash book? No, sir. So because of this, what happens? My bank account balance will be less because it has paid to LIC. So bank account balance is reduced, right? But where's my cash book balance? What has happened to my cash book balance? Cash book balance has not changed because I don't know. I forgot that I was supposed to pay the money. Right? Bank has also not intimated me that it has done its work. Bank is doing its work because I have told it to do it. Right? But what about me? I don't know about it. So will I enter in my cash book? No, sir. So my cash book balance will be less, whereas my passbook balance will be more. Okay. Then going ahead. Bank charges levied by the bank. So what will bank do? Bank might have some, one of its own charges, SMS charges, debit card charges, maintenance charges, whatever it might be. So bank will keep on deducting the bank charges on the account, right? Bank charges will be getting on deducted. But will I know it? No. Sometimes I won't know it. So will I make an entry in my cash book? No, sir. So bank account balance will be less, whereas my cash book balance will be more. Then take all this at once because each situation has a different conditions to be categorized. So let's see it afterwards. So there might be a wrong debit in the cash book, wrong credit in the cash book, or wrong debit in the passbook, wrong credit in the passbook. So what might happen is there might be a wrong entry passed in the cash book or passbook, be it a wrong credit, be it a wrong debit. Okay, depending on that, there will be an increase or decrease in the bank balances. That we will see once we are solving the questions on that. Okay. So depending on that, there will be an increase or decrease in the balances. So now, going ahead, see this part we will deal once we are dealing with the questions clearly. Okay. Then undercasting of debit side of the bank account, overcasting, undercasting, overcasting. Okay. Let me say what it is first of all. So what does overcasting mean? Overcasting means I was supposed to write 1,000 rupees in the cash book or passbook, whatever it can be, because the overcasting or undercasting can happen in both. But generally, most of the time it happens in the cash book because bank transactions are almost automated, so it won't happen in the bank passbook. Let's say I was supposed to write 1,000, but by mistakenly I put one more zero extra. What happens? I was supposed to write 1,000, but I wrote what? 10,000. So this is called as overcasting. Writing the amounts more than what it actually is. So instead of 1,000, I wrote 10,000. So I wrote 10,000 is paid or 10,000 is received instead of 1,000 rupees. So what will happen? Again, there will be a mismatch in the cash book and the passbook. Clear? Okay. Now what is undercasting? Reverse of this. What does undercasting mean? Instead of writing 10,000, I wrote 1,000 or 5,000. Instead of writing 10,000, let's say I wrote 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees less has been recorded in the cash book or the passbook, be it for sake of understanding, be it a cash book or passbook. So this is called as undercasting. Writing the amounts actual which is lesser than the actual amounts. Actually it should have been 10,000 rupees, but by mistakenly I wrote 5,000 rupees. So this is what is called as undercasting. Then dishonor of a discounted bill. So this concept will actually be covered in the bills of action chapter, but just to give you a glance of what happens. See, there will be a bill of exchange. There will be a bill of exchange with me. Bill of exchange says that some person is supposed to pay me the money. In that case, I will write a bill saying that on this date, this person should be pay me this much money, and I will give it to that person. He will see it. Okay, I am supposed to pay him. Okay, I will pay him, and he will sign and give it back to me. I will also sign. So this becomes a bill of exchange now. I will stamp it with a notary, and this becomes a bill of exchange. So bill of exchange creates a liability to him to pay me on that date. To pay me on that date, right? So, but let's say the bill is created for 3 months. So if I create the bill today, he is supposed to pay me after 3 months. But what happens after 2 months? I need some money urgently. So what I do, I take this bill and go to my bank. I go to my bank and say that, see, this is the bill I have, this is the bill of exchange I have in my hand, and I'm giving it to you today. Please pay me the money. Let's say the bill was drawn for 5,000 rupees. Okay. The bill was drawn for 5,000 rupees. So that person was supposed to pay me 5,000 rupees after 3 months. But now only 2 months have lapsed. So I cannot go to him now because he says, go away because I am supposed to pay you by 3 months, not today. Go, come after 1 more month. But I need money today. So I go to my bank, I give you the bill and say, see, this bill is drawn for 5,000 rupees. Please pay me the money. I give the bill. Bank pays me not 5,000 rupees. Bank pays me, let's say, 4,800 rupees. Why? Because 200 rupees is the bank's commission charges. See, bank is giving me the money. So the bank should have some benefit, right, out of it. So what bank does is pays me only 4,800. And on the due date of the bill, that is after 3 months, bank goes to the customer directly. And asks for rupees 5,000. So what is the profit that bank has made over here of 200 rupees? Bank is getting 5,000 rupees and bank is paying me 4,800 on the previous date, on the early date. So because of this, bank makes a commission of 200 rupees. Now, what does dishonor of the bill mean? Honoring the bill means paying me on time. Honoring the bill means whenever I give the bill, I show the bill, say, on this date you are supposed to pay, now pay me. And he pays me. This is called as honoring of the bill. But now, what does dishonor mean? Whenever I go to him and say that, pay me today because this is the due date. Today is the due date, pay me the money. But he says, no, I don't have money now. I don't have money today. Please go away. What happens? Because of this is called as dishonoring of the bill. This is called dishonoring of the bill. Now, who has the bill? The bank has the bill. The bank goes to the customer. The customer dishonors and he says, I won't pay you. The customer says, I won't pay you. Get lost. Now, will bank get the money? Will bank get the money? Bank will not get the money. So what will bank do? Bank will catch hold of me. Bank will say, see, I have given you the money of rupees 4,800. But that guy has not paid me 5,000 rupees. So you pay me 5,000 rupees now. Because I was supposed to pay. Customer was supposed to pay. But customer is not paying now. Will bank make a loss? Bank will not make a loss. Bank will never make a loss. So bank will catch hold of me and says, pay me the money today of 5,000 rupees and not 4,800 rupees. Because bank is supposed to make some profits. Because it has paid me 1 month early. So there is some part of time value also over there. So because of this, bank is recovering 5,000 rupees from me. Now what happens is, bank might sometimes not intimate me and deduct the amount directly from my bank account. From my bank account, whatever the balance is there, out of that it will deduct the 5,000 rupees. But will I know it? No. So that means in the passbook the entry will be done, the passbook balance will reduce, whereas my cash book balance will be the same because I don't know that the amount has been reduced. So my cash book balance will remain the same, passbook balance will reduce. So because of this, there will again be a difference in it. Then we have interest on bank overdraft charge. So what is bank overdraft? I can overdraw my account. Let's say I had a balance of rupees 5,000, but I am withdrawing rupees 8,000. Will the bank has only 5,000 rupees? I am withdrawing 8,000 rupees. How, sir? Because I have a OD facility or overdraft facility given by the bank. So 5,000 will be deducted from my balance. 3,000 rupees will be like a loan given by the bank to me, on which the bank will charge me the interest for that. Now what happens? On this I have to pay interest to the bank. So this 3,000 rupees whatever is overdrawn is a bank overdraft. So whatever is there, the interest will be charged on the same. So this will be the deducted from the bank account directly, about which I won't be knowing about. So bank will make the entry, I won't make the entry. So there will be again a difference in it. Okay. So now let's jump into the questions. But before going to the questions, some more things that I have to discuss with you. See, there are two components. One is called as favorable balance and one more is unfavorable balance, or sometimes it is called as overdraft. So what does favorable balance mean? Favorable balance means I have money in my bank account. Whereas unfavorable balance means my bank account balance is showing in negatives. It's a negative balance. How do you? How does that happen? Let's say I have a overdraft facility. Let's say I have a overdraft facility. In that case, what happens? The bank account will balance will go below zero. It will go below zero. That is in negatives. That is called as overdraft. So depending on this, we add ref will vary. I think you people might have seen it in the your PUC stages, but don't worry. I will teach you a method which will like clearly make you understand. Okay, fine. Now, coming to the main purpose, why do we prepare a bank reconciliation statement? Why do we prepare a bank reconciliation statement? See, now what happens is, let's say the month and I sit and I get the passbook from the bank and I get my cash book which is maintained by me, the cash book which is maintained by me. Now what happens? Now what happens? Because there's a difference in both. There's a difference in both. I will sit and figure out why there's a difference. 5,000 rupees entry is over here, 5,000 entries over here. Okay, fine, cool. Then 2,000 rupees entry. Oh, there's no 2,000 rupees entry. So I will just make a note of it. I will just make a note of it. That 2,000 rupees has been missed to be entered in the cash book, or I have entered more amount, whatever it might be the case. Because of this, what happens? I will figure out all the differences that are there in my cash book and my passbook. Whatever the differences are there in the cash book and whatever the differences are there in the passbook. And I'll sit and figure this out and prepare a reconciliation statement. I will just start from one balance, be it a cash book balance or be it a passbook balance, depending on the question, and add less all the differences, add or less all the differences depending on the scenarios. Okay, that scenarios we will see today in the classes. And at the end, the whatever the balance I get should match with the other book. Let's say if I start from cash book, the closing balance or the net balance should match with the passbook balance. Okay, that we will see in the questions. See here, methods of bank reconciliation. You have methods of bank reconciliation. See, depending on whatever I taught you just now, they have given you what to do with it. Add, less, subtract, right? What to do with it. Depending on favorable balance in the cash book, favorable balance in the cash book, unfavorable balance in the cash book, favorable balance in the passbook, unfavorable balance in the passbook. So depending on that, add, less, add, less. So that's this big list. Just have a look at it. Where to add, where to deduct. So what will you do? You should sit and by heart the whole things. You should sit and by heart the whole thing. So depending on each scenario, what happens? Undercasting of the debit side, undercasting of the credit side and all. No need of doing that. I will teach you a method where you will clearly understand how to add or less. Where to add, where to less. Okay, let's see that. Okay. So before starting, I just want to confirm everybody has two hands. Everybody has two hands. Okay. So using your both the hands, we will solve the whole BRS chapter. Let's see how. Look at the question now. Prepare the bank reconciliation statement as on 30th September from the following particulars. So what have they given us? Bank balance as per passbook is given to us. Bank balance as per passbook is given to us. So that this will be our starting point to solve the question. This will be our starting point to solve the question. What do? I will write as per my passbook. As per my passbook. Rupees how much? 10 lakh. Rupees 10 lakhs. This is my first sentence that I will be writing today. Now look at each transactions. My right hand will be my cash book. My left hand will be my passbook. Remember this. This is my cash book. This is my passbook. Cash book, passbook. Cash book, passbook. Remember this, okay? Right hand is always my cash book. Left hand is always my passbook. Cash book, passbook. No, okay. Now let's look at the question. Check deposited in the bank. Check has been deposited. So that means I have received a check. I am depositing it into the bank. I am giving it to my bank now. But no entry was passed in the cash book. So what has happened? There's a check that has been deposited into the bank account. But no entry has been passed in the cash book. So I have not passed any entry in the cash book. So now tell me, these both are equal. Okay, these both should be equal. Now, whenever I deposit a check in the bank account, which will increase? Which balance will increase first? As per the question, as per this particular question, which balance will increase? My bank or the passbook balance will increase. But whereas my cash book balance will remain the same. Because the question clearly says that, no entry was passed in what? No entry was passed in the cash book. So in my cash book I have not passed the entry, but the bank account balance has increased because bank has taken the check, given it to the customer's bank and cleared the check and deposited the money into my bank account. So bank balance will increase, the passbook balance will increase, but the cash balance will remain the same. will remain the same, right? So now I need to make them equal. So what is my motive? To make these both equal. But are these both equal? Are these both equal? No, sir. So to make this equal, what to do? To make this equal, what to do? See, what am I starting with? What am I starting with? I am starting with passbook balance, right? I am starting with passbook balance. Always remember this. Whatever you start with, whatever the balance you start, be it the cash book balance or be it the passbook balance. In this case, it is passbook balance, right? So because of this, I can move only my passbook. I can move only my passbook. Now it is more, it is less. So I can move the passbook. So now you people tell me, should I add or reduce to make it equal? Should I add or reduce to make it equal? I should reduce. I should less to make it equal. Now are these both equal? Yes, sir. These both are equal. So what did I do? My cash book was here. My passbook was here because the passbook, the balance was deposited, right? So because I'm starting with passbook, I can only move. This cannot be moved. Why? Because this is not the opening balance. I'm starting with passbook. So I can only add or less this. I can only move this hand right now because I'm starting with passbook balance. Now to make these both equal, what should I do? I cannot touch this. So this will be here only. I cannot touch this. But can I move this hand? Can I move this hand? Yes, sir. So now to make it equal, what should I do? I should reduce. I should less. So here 5 lakh rupees. Sorry. 5 lakh rupees will be reduced. 5 lakh rupees will be reduced. First entry done. Then going ahead. Check received. I have received some checks but not sent to bank. Arey Baba. When you are receiving a check, what do? I make an entry in my cash book first. But now tell me, if I have the check in my hand and I'm not giving it to the bank, will the bank balance increase over there? No, sir. Bank balance will not increase because the check is in my hand. How the hell will bank come to know that I have a check in my hand? I should give the check to the bank. It should give it to the customer's bank and then get it cleared, right? So now I have received the check, made the entry in my cash book that I have received a check. The bank balance has increased, but has the bank balance actually increased? No, sir. Why? Because check is in my hand. I have not given it to the bank yet. Right? So now what happens? Cash book, passbook. So which balance will increase? Cash book balance will increase because I have made the entry in my cash book. But has the passbook balance increased? No, sir. Why? Because check is in my hand today and I have not paid the check. So therefore what should I do? I should increase the passbook balance because I can increase the passbook only and not touch the cash book. Increase the passbook balance to make it equal. So again what to do? Add rupees 11 lakh 20,000. This is what you need to do. See, in simple steps, see which balance is more, which balance is less. Okay. Once you figure that out, see which one can be moved. Either cash book can be moved or passbook can be moved. But both cannot be moved at once. So look at the question where you're starting from. If you're starting from cash book, you can only move the cash book. But if you're starting from passbook balance, like in this case, so you can only move your passbook balance to add or less. Clear? So depending on that, let's say that my cash book is more, but my passbook is less. So now to make it equal, what should I do? I can only move the passbook, so I am adding it. But let's say my cash book balance is low, but passbook balance is more. But to make it equal, what should I do? I can only move passbook, so I should reduce. This is it. On this whole concept, your whole chapter will be finished off. Let's see. Going ahead. Credit side of the bank column was cast short. Okay, let's keep it at the end. I will keep it this at the end. Okay. Then insurance premium paid directly into the bank under standing advice. What has happened? Insurance premium was paid directly by the bank under standing advice. So I went to the bank. I had given an instruction saying that on this date, please pay the insurance premium to so and so person or so and so company. Bank has paid the amount. Have I made the entry? मैं भूल गया. I don't remember it. I forgot. So is the entry passed in the cash book? No, sir. So cash book will be here, but the passbook will be less. Why? Because bank has already paid the amount. So cash book will be more, passbook will be less. So now to make these both equal, what should I do? I should increase the passbook. To make it equal. So by how much should I increase? By rupees 60,000 rupees. I am increasing it because see, both were equal. Bank has paid the money, so passbook has reduced. Cash book remains the same because entry is not passed in the cash book. Passbook has reduced. To make it equal, I can only move passbook because I'm starting with passbook, right? So passbook is less, cash book is more. So to make it equal, I should add the passbook balance. Then bank charges entered twice in the cash book. Arey yaar. What kind of silly mistakes I do sometimes? See, both were equal. Okay. How much is the bank charges? 2000 rupees. As per the question, it is 2000 rupees. Okay. Now, bank has deducted 2000 rupees. I also deduct 2000 rupees. But how many times? 2 times. So it is 4000 rupees now. I have deducted the bank just twice. Has bank done the same? No, bank has not done the same. I have done the same. I have made the mistake. मैं ही गुनेगार हूँ यहाँ पे, because it was equal. Bank deducted by rupees 2000, but me, a foolish person, deducted this by how much? By rupees 4000. I deducted the 2000 rupees twice, so it will be 2000 into 2 rupees 4000. So deducted by 4000 rupees. So now cash balance is lower than the passbook balance, but what can I move? I can move only my passbook and not my cash book. So to make it equal, what should I do? I should reduce the passbook balance. So twice. Done. Then check has been issued. Check has been issued. I have given out a check, so therefore I am making a payment to someone, but not presented to bank for the payment. So now what that idiot supplier has done? He has not given the check to the bank yet. So will the bank balance reduce? Will my bank balance reduce? No, sir, because his bank doesn't know that the payment should be deducted. So my bank also don't know that payment should be made because of this. Now, once I issue a check, मैं check लिख के फाड़ के दे रहा हूँ. Because of this, what happens? My cash book balance will reduce. I make an entry on the same date whenever I issue a check, saying that this check has been issued and the bank balance will reduce. But has the bank balance actually reduced? No, sir, because as per the question, it is not presented for payment. If you don't present it for payment, will my bank balance reduce? If the supplier doesn't present it for payment, will my bank balance reduce? No, sir. Because of this, what will happen? My cash book balance will reduce, whereas my passbook balance will remain the same. It will not change. Cash book balance will reduce because I have made the entry in the cash book that I have made the payment and issued a check for making a payment. Right? So to make it equal, what should I do? I can move only my passbook. So reduce the balance. Rupees 5 lakhs. Okay. Then check received entered twice in the cash book. Again same mistake. How many times do I do the same mistake? See what has happened now? Both are equal. I received a check. Whenever I receive a check, what happens? Bank balance will increase. Okay, by rupees how much? 5 lakh. Sorry, by rupees 10,000. By rupees 10,000 rupees. But what about the cash book? Has the cash book balance changed? Yes, sir, it has changed. But by how much? 2 times. Twice I have entered like a foolish person. 2 times I have entered, right? So 10,000 rupees I have entered twice. So 10,000. So it is 20,000 increase. But whereas in the passbook it is only 10,000 rupees increase. So now to make these both equal, what should I do? I can move only my passbook. Because the starting balance is of the passbook. So add or less. I should add it. Rupees 10,000 I should add. Rupees 10,000 rupees I should add. Bill discounted, dishonored, not recorded in the cash book. Now what has happened? Whatever the bill was discounted with the bank, let's say I was supposed to receive 5,000. As per the example, I was supposed to receive 5,000 from a customer. I went to the bank early, before the maturity, gave the bank the bill and said pay me the money. Bank discounted and gave me only rupees 4,800 instead of 5,000 rupees. Now what happens? Because of this, I will receive a lesser amount. But now the bill is dishonored. The customer idiot has not paid my bank. Now because of this, what happens? The bank will catch hold of me. Bank will say, "Arey Baba, tu yahan par aa. You should pay me now." But in this case, bank has not told me the same. Bank has deducted the amount directly from my bank account. But I was not knowing about this. So 5 lakh rupees. Has been directly deducted from the bank account. But I am not knowing about this. So what happens? In the bank, the balance has been reduced. But in the cash book, the balance is not reduced because I was not knowing about it. मेरे को पता नहीं, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है. So again coming, both are equal. Passbook balance reduced by rupees 5 lakh. But is the cash book balance reduced? No, sir, it is not reduced because I was not knowing about it. So both of them are mismatched. So to make it equal, I can move only the passbook. Right? So to make it equal, what should I do? I should add. I can add it. Done. So we have skipped the entry right over here. Now look at it this very carefully. Okay. So what has happened over here? The credit side of the bank column was cast short. the credit side of the bank column was cash short. Now what does bank column mean? Let's say in 2 column or 3 column cash book there is a bank column which signifies the balance in the bank account, right? So this means the cash book and not the passbook. Please don't get confused over here. Whenever the question says bank column, that means bank column in the cash book, bank column in the cash book. Clear? We have some more columns, right? In 3 column cash book, what are the column names? In 3 column cash book, what are the column names? We have discount, we have cash, we have bank. We have bank column separately maintained in the 3 column cash book. So we are talking about the bank column in the cash book. Remember this. Okay? Fine. So now let's see what happens. Okay? Whenever the credit side of the bank column is cash short, what happens? So I will just draw an account over here. Understand this carefully. Understand this carefully. So this is my cash book. This is my cash book, and I am drawing only the bank column over here. Okay, for an understanding purpose, I am drawing only the bank column. Okay, let's take some amounts now. Let's say 2 sales, 20,000 rupees. Buy some expenses, 5,000 rupees. Or let's make it 1,000 rupees. Done? Yes. Now, what has happened? My credit side has been what? Cast short. So undercasting has happened. So that means whatever amount should have been entered, it is entered less than the actuals, right? So let's see what happens. So I was supposed to enter 1,000 rupees over here, but by mistake, what did I do? I did not enter 1,000 rupees. Okay, before that, what we'll do is, tell me the closing balance. By balance carried down, rupees 19,000 is the closing balance, right? 19,000 rupees is the closing balance. Now, instead of entering 1,000 rupees, what did I enter? I entered, let's say, 200 rupees. Arey bulakkad mein. I entered 200 rupees. Is 200 rupees the proper amount? No, sir, it is the wrong amount. It is the undercasting. 1,000 was the actual amount, but by mistake I entered rupees 200 instead of rupees 1,000. So this is called as undercasting. Actual was 1,000. I have entered 200 rupees. This is the undercasting of the cash book. Bank column in the cash book. Now, tell me what my closing balance will be. Because of this error? What will my closing balance be? Will it be 19,800 rupees? Will it be 19,800 rupees? Yes, sir. It will be 19,800 rupees. So what will the balance be in my passbook? What is the balance in my passbook? It will be 19,000 rupees. Because this is what the amount paid, right? This is what the amount is paid, right? But because of my foolishness, I have entered rupees 200 and the balance is showing as 19,800 in the cash book. In the cash book, the balance is being shown as 19,800, whereas my passbook shows a balance of 19,000. 19,000 was the actual amount if I have entered 1,000 rupees, but by mistake I entered 200 rupees. But because of this, the balance has been changed to 19,800. So, what is being happened? What has happened now? Passbook will be here, but cash book will show more balance than the actuals. Right, 19,000 was the actual value, but my cash book is showing me a 19,800 rupees value. So this is more. So that means whenever there is an undercasting of the credit side, or the cash book, or the bank column in the cash book, what happens? The balance will be more than the actuals. It is 19,800 instead of 19,000. The balance is showing as 19,800, which is completely wrong. Right? So to make it equal, what should I do? See, both are equal. But because of undercasting error on the credit side of the bank column of the cash book, my cash book balance is more than the actuals. The cash book balance is the more. So to make it equal, I can move what? I can move only my passbook. So to make it equal, I should add it. So I will add 2,000 rupees. And we are done with the bank reconciliation statement. So write all the statements over here. Okay, pick up some lines from the question and write all the statements. I'm skipping that part and I'm just showing you to add or less the amounts. So now at the end, what should I write, sir? At the end you should write balance as per cash book. Balance as per cash book. Clear? So balance as per cash book should be written in the at the end. See, whatever balance I start with, the closing balance will be ulta of that or the reverse of that. So if I start with cash book, this will be passbook. If I am starting with a passbook, this will be cash book, ulta of that. So this will be 16 lakh 90,000. And that is the first question of bank reconciliation statement. So now look at the next question, that is fifth one from your test your knowledge questions. Prepare a bank reconciliation statement from the following particulars on 31st March 2022 and show the balance as per cash book. See over here. They have given us the question as per overdraft as per passbook. Overdraft as per passbook this time. See, there were two balances. One was favorable, one was unfavorable. So this overdraft balance will be called as unfavorable balance. Unfavorable balance. Remember this, okay? As per passbook is given this time. Okay, fine. I think previous question was also as per the passbook. This question is also talking about the passbook. So let's start. First of all, whenever there is a overdraft as per passbook, whenever there is an unfavorable balance or an overdraft as per passbook, always take the balance in negative. Whatever the balance is given to you, take it in negative. Close your eyes and take it in negative. Why? I will tell you in front. The first part. So passbook is given to us. So cash book, passbook, cash book, passbook. So passbook only I can move because I am starting with passbook now. Favorable, unfavorable does not matter. If it is a passbook, then touch passbook. Okay, don't touch cash book. Cash book will be stagnant. Only the passbook can be added or deducted. Then first one, interest on bank overdraft not entered in the cash book. So in cash book I have not entered. So cash book, passbook. So cash book will remain the same, but in passbook I have entered the entry. So it was interest deducted for the bank overdraft. I have overdrawn some money and bank is charging me interest on that. So therefore the passbook balance will reduce, but the cash book balance will remain the same. So therefore I can move only my passbook. So therefore add to make it equal. So first one will be the add. 36,500. Yes. Then next, insurance premium of rupees 17,950 was due and paid by the bank, but same has not been accounted in the books. So what has happened? There was an insurance premium that was being paid by the bank, but I myself have not entered it in the cash book. So both were equal. Passbook balance reduced because bank has paid me the same on my standing advice, but in cash book has the entry been done? No sir, the entry has not been done. So it will remain as it is. So I can move only my I can move only my passbook. So therefore add or less to make it equal. Add to make it equal. Once again 17,950 will be added. 17,950 will be added. Then next, checks drawn in the last week of March 2022. Checks drawn in the last week of March 2022 but not cleared till date. Till date it is not clear. Rupees 13,000 and 23,500. So there were two checks which were issued by me. See, drawn and issued both are same. Okay, instead of drawn, suppose it was issued, then the answer would have been solved in the same way. So issued and drawn are both the same way. Drawn, I have drawn the check, फाड़ के दे रहा हूं. Then I have issued a check for the payment, but the same has not been cleared till date. But what I have done, once I have issued the check, once I have torn and given it to someone, I have made the entry in the cash book. So therefore cash book balance, passbook balance was equal. In cash book I have passed the check issued entry, but has the entry been done in the passbook? No sir. Why? Because check was not at all presented till the date. Till the date I am preparing the bank reconciliation, that is on 31st March 2022, the checks were not presented for payment to the bank. So therefore the bank balance will remain the same, whereas the cash book balance has reduced. So to make it equal, I should add or less. I should deduct it, right? Because I can move in the passbook. Passbook was more than the cash book, so I am reducing it. So less. What is the value? 13 plus 23,500. So that would be how much? 36,500 will be less. Then going ahead, checks deposited into the bank on February 2022 but yet to be credited on date 31st March 2022, rupees 56,000. So what I have done, there were some checks received I made the enter in the cash book, so cash book balance increased. But has the checks been deposited to the bank? Yes sir, it is deposited to the bank. But has the bank cleared the check set? The bank has not cleared the check set, right? So the bank is yet to clear the check. So what happens? Bank balance will remain the same. The passbook balance will remain the same. But whereas the cash book balance has already increased. The cash book balance has already increased. So therefore what happens? I can move on the passbook. So to make it equal, I should add. That would be how much? 56,000. I have added. Okay. Then this is done. This is done. Okay. Then amount of rupees 20,500 is wrongly debited by the bank. Now what has bank done? Bank has wrongly debited some amount of rupees 20,500. Bank has wrongly debited. So whenever there is a debit in the bank passbook, is the balance going to be increased or decreased? Is the balance going to be increased or decreased? As per the bank, whenever there is a debit, it is a decrease in the balance. Remember this? Because it's a liability to the bank, the balance has reduced, the liability balance has reduced, so it has been debited. So debit means in the passbook it is a decrease in the balance, In the cash book, debit means an increase in the balance. So both are always reverse of each other. Remember this. So now coming to the entry. So cash book, passbook. So both were equal, but bank has wrongly debited some amount. So the bank passbook value has reduced, but the cash book has reduced. No sir, this was wrongly passed, right? So it has reduced, but this is the same. So now I can move only the passbook value. So to make it equal, I should add 20,500. Then interest on investment rupees 83,800 collected and credited by the bank, but the same has not been entered in the cash book. So what has happened? So 83,800 has been collected by the bank. 83,800 has been collected by the bank and credited to the bank. But the same has not been entered in the cash book. So whenever there is a credit in the bank passbook, that means the balance has increased or decreased. The balance has increased or decreased. It is increased because the liability of the bank towards me is increased. So it is credited to the account. Okay, fine. So that means both were equal. So bank has got the interest on investment, the balance has increased by so much amount. But do I know this? No. As per the question, it is not entered in the cash book. So therefore the cash balance will reduce. No, it will remain the same. Right? So to make it equal, I should add or less, because I can move only the passbook because the question is starting with the passbook. So to add or less, I should deduct. So this would be how much? 83,800. Deduct less. Done. So this is how you pass all the entries. The answer would be in negative 2,89,350. Negative 2,89,350, right? See, since we have started the question or the answer with a negative value, which signifies a overdraft, right? So here also, it is overdraft as per passbook or cash book. It is always cash book. Okay, because I have started with passbook, so I should end with cash book. But if it was overdraft as per cash book, in case if it was overdraft as per cash book, then the ending would have been overdraft as per passbook. Remember this, okay? Always remember this. Don't forget this. But let us say, because there is only one question in the textbook in which the answer will be in the positive values. You start with negative. The answer comes up in positives. So what to do, sir? So in that case, this will become balance as per cash book. See, this will not change. This will never change. Remember this. This will never change. Only change is this part. If it is a negative balance, it is a overdraft. If it is a positive balance, it is a balance or favorable balance as per cash book. This will always be reversal of this. So whatever you start with, the ending will be the other book of the same question. Clear? Okay. One more thing that I want to tell you, people. In your textbooks, wherever I have taken positive, the answer has negative in your modules, in your study modules. Okay. Wherever there is a negative value, wherever there is a negative value, over that is a add in your modules. See, in examination, only the answer matters. Remember this, okay? It is actually overdraft as per cash book. Okay. See, answer matters. In your textbook, they have started the answer with positive figures and ended up with a positive figure. But in this case, I have taken a negative figure and ended up with a negative figure. Now, why did you do this, sir? Because if I had taken a positive figure, I should have changed all the symbols. I should have changed all the symbols, and it would indirectly confuse you people. So therefore, keeping the steps same, what I'm doing, I'm only changing a symbol. I am only changing a symbol, that's it, and nothing else. And every step remains the same. Only thing I have done is I am changing the symbol over here. Because of this, all the plus negative, whatever you have studied for the favorable balance remains the same. That won't change. Okay. So to help you people, I am doing this. But if you are getting confused, you can refer the steps mentioned in the textbook only. But in examinations, if you do this method also, you will be awarded the marks. No marks will get because at the end of the day, answer should match with the papers. That's it. Clear? Okay. Going ahead. Illustration number 10. When Nikki and Co received a bank statement showing a favorable balance, so positive balance of rupees 10,39,200 for the period ended 30th June 2022, this did not agree with the cash book. So what has happened? As per the bank statement, there was a favorable balance of rupees 10,39,200, but this was not matching with the cash book. So this amounted to prepare for a bank reconciliation. An examination of cash book and bank statement disclosed the following. First one, a deposit of rupees, but before that, what should we write? Balance as per passbook. As per passbook, how much? 10,39,200. 10,39,200. Okay. A deposit of rupees 3,09,200 paid on 29 June 2022 had not been credited by the bank until 1st July. So a deposit was done into the bank account of rupees 3,09,200 but has not been credited by the bank. So that means one deposit that I have made in the bank account, let's say both were equal. Okay. So once I do a deposit in the cash book, what I do? I increase the balance because it's a deposit. It will increase the balance. But in case of bank passbook, has the balance been increased? No sir, because the bank has not credited it until the next month. And when are we preparing the bank reconciliation? On 30th June. But it has been deposited on 1st July. So add. Right. It remains the same. I'm starting with the passbook. So add to make them equal. So I'll be going a bit faster now. So this is 3,09,200. Then on 30th March 2022, the company had entered into a hire purchase agreement to pay a bank order a sum of rupees 3 lakh on 10th of each month, commencing from April 2022. So from April 2022, I have instructed a bank to pay the installment. Basically, think of hire purchase as a EMI facility, as a EMI. So monthly I need to pay certain amount to someone, to the bank or someone else. Since I keep forgetting things, because of this, what did I do? I have told the bank that on 10th of every month, the bank should pay 3 lakh rupees each to that particular party, to whomever it might be. But on 10th of each month. So it has started from what date? From April 2022. So April, May and June. 3 months the bank has paid the money. But have I entered? No. No entries had been made in the cash book. So there is no entry being passed in the cash book. Right. So this time, how much is the amount? 3 lakh into 3, because there were 3 installments paid, but I have not reconciled the bank reconciliation till now. Because of this, for 3 months I had to make an entry now. 3 3s are 9, so 9 lakh rupees. Both were equal. Let's see whether to add or less. Let's see whether to add or deduct. Both were equal. Cash book remains the same. Passbook is deducted, right? So the passbook balance has reduced because the bank has paid the money 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now, to make these both equal, what should I do? I can increase or decrease only the passbook. So, to make it equal, I should add. So, I have added it over here. Done? Yes. Next. So, this is also done. A customer of the firm who received a cash discount of 4%. So, one of my customers who has received a cash discount of 4% on his account of rupees 4 lakh has paid the firm by a check on 12th June. On 12th June, he has paid through a check. The cashier erroneously entered the gross amount. Okay, see, look at here what is happening. So customer was supposed to pay me rupees 4 lakh, but I have given him a cash discount of 4%. That would be how much? Rupees 16,000. So how much does he pay me? Rupees 3 lakh 84,000 is being paid to me through bank. Now, what my cashier has done is, he has erroneously entered gross amount of rupees 4 lakh in the bank column of the cash book. So in the cash book he has entered how much? How much? 4 lakh rupees. How much should he have entered? Rupees 3 lakh 84 only. Right? Because remaining 60,000 rupees is a discount given. So both were equal. Both were equal. In the bank I have received 3 lakh 84,000. In the bank I have received 3 lakh 84,000. But as per the cash book he has made entry of rupees 4 lakh. He has made an entry of rupees 4 lakh. So what is the difference now of both? 3 lakh 84 increase, 4 lakh increase. So difference would be the 16,000 rupees amount. Now to make these both equal, I can move only the passbook, right? So add. So add the 16,000 rupees. So I need to add 16,000 rupees over here. Done. Then bank charges amounting to rupees 3,000 rupees had not been entered in the cash book. So both were equal. So bank has charged the bank charge, so bank balance has reduced, the passbook balance has reduced. But has the entry been done in the cash book? No, the entry is still to be done in the cash book. So both are not matching. So to match it, I should add. So that would be on 3,000 add. Then this is done. This is done. On 28th June, a customer of the company directly deposited the amount into the bank account rupees 4 lakh, but no entry had been made in the cash book. So a customer has deposited some money into my bank account directly and he has not intimated me. Bank has also not intimated me. So do I know? No sir, I don't know. So both were equal. So in the passbook the balance has been increased because the customer deposited the amount in the bank account. So it is increased. But what about the cash book? It is not increased because I don't know that the deposit was made in the bank account. So both are not matching. So to make it equal, what should I do? I can move only passbook. So I can move only passbook. So reduce. How much is the amount? For 4 lakh rupees. Then this is also done. Now 11,200 paid into the bank has been entered twice in the cash book. I have paid into the bank. I have paid into the bank. I have paid into the bank. Not withdrawn. I have paid into the bank. That means it's a deposit. So always remember the grammars. English grammar is really important while you look at the questions. Remember this, okay? So I have paid into the bank. That means I have deposited some money into the bank account, right? So now what happens? Both were equal. I have deposited some money in the bank. That is 11,200. But in the cash book, what I have done? What is the mistake in the cash book? I have entered it twice. So once, twice. 2 times I have entered in the cash book. So it is wrong. So to make it equal, are these both matching? No sir, it's not matching. To make it equal, what should I do? I should add because I can move in the passbook. I need to add. By how much rupees? It was equal 11,200. Done. Passbook done. 11,200. 11,200. Twice I have entered. So to make it equal, I should add by 11,200. 1,200 I have added. Okay. Then a debit of rupees 11 lakh appeared in the bank statement for an unpaid check, which had been returned marked out of date. So what has happened is, I had got a check from a customer. Okay. This check was deposited into the bank lately. After the due dates, I have deposited the check into the bank account. After 3 months, I have deposited the check into the bank account. Now, the bank what has done, before giving it to the bank, I have made an entry in my cash book saying that the bank balance will increase. But what has happened, the bank has deducted the amount. The bank has not got the amount, added the amount, and it has debited the account once again. Because once the check is marked out of date, saying that it is already matured and you cannot withdraw the amount. So what has happened? There was a debit entry in the bank account saying that we have received the amount. It is like reversed back. So because of this, what has happened? Bank account balance has been remaining the same. Added, deducted. So the balance remains the same. But this balance I have increased in the cash book. Okay. Then what has happened? The check had been redated. The check had been redated by the customer and paid into the bank again on 5th July. So we are at what date? 30th June. We are on 30th June, right? We are on 30th June. So it was done after the reconciliation is prepared. So because of this, what has happened? See, I have deposited the check into the bank. It is increased. Bank account took the amount and debited the account once again for the same amount. So the bank balance is remaining the same. So to make it equal, I should add back. Rupees 11 lakh. Okay. So the total would be 29,78,600. This will be called as what? Balance as per cash book. Balance as per cash book. Cool. Yes. Now look at this question. This is the last question of your topic. See, there can be two cases. One, where the cash book is closed. Second, where the cash book is not yet closed. Fine. Whenever the cash book is closed, we cannot open it once again and make the entries and close it again. What do? We directly prepare the BRS. We directly prepare the BRS to make the reconciliations. Right? So whatever questions we saw was whenever the cash book is closed. But let us say the cash book is not yet closed and you are preparing the bank reconciliation. In that case, what can be done? In that case, whatever mistakes are done by the cashier or from our end, not from the bank's end, but from our end, if there's any issues or any errors that have been done from our end, that needs to be rectified in the cash book first. That needs to be rectified in the cash book first. And whatever the closing balance of this adjusted cash book, whatever the cash book we prepare to make the adjustment is called as adjusted cash book. So whatever adjustments you make in the adjusted cash book, the closing balance of that will be taken as the opening balance of BRS. See, before we had some opening balances here. If you see, there are some opening balances. So now in this case, whenever the cash book is not closed, you prepare something called as adjusted cash book first. The closing balance of that will be taken as the opening balance of BRS. This is what we need to do. So let's look at how to do it with looking at a question. So first of all, let us figure out what are the mistakes or the errors that has been done from our end first. Okay, I'll just mark it in a red color. I'll just mark it in red color now for you people. So let's see. Let's start. According to the cash book of Gopi, there was a balance of rupees 44,50,000. As per the cash book, there's a balance of, this is the cash book balance of 44,50,000. Favorable or unfavorable? Favorable or unfavorable? Since it is a positive amount, it is a favorable balance. In this bank on 30th June 2022, on investigation, you find that checks amounting to rupees 6 lakh issued to creditors has not been presented for the payment till date. Checks, whatever was there, has not been presented for payment. Is it my fault? Is it my fault? No, sir, it's not our fault. Why? Because we have given the check. We have done our part. That guy has not given it to the bank. So it is whose fault? That guy's fault, not my fault. So I have made the entries in my cash book. Yes, I have made the entries in my cash book. Done and dusted. No need to look at it again. This will be taken to what? BRS. This will be taken to BRS. Fine. Okay. Then checks paid into bank amounting to rupees 11,05,000, out of which checks amounting to rupees 5,50,000 only collected by the bank up to 30th June. Whose fault is this? Is it our fault? See, 11 lakh worth of checks are deposited to the bank. So bank has cleared only 5,50,000 worth of checks. Remaining checks are yet to be cleared. Whose fault is this? Bank's fault, not my fault. Not my fault. The bank is supposed to do it. Right? So I have made an entry in my cash book. So I am right on my part. Then a dividend of rupees 40,000 and a rent of rupees 6 lakh received by the bank. See, dividend and rent both are received. Dividend and rent both are received by the bank and entered in the passbook, but not recorded in the cash book. Now whose fault is this? It is my fault. See, bank has done its part by entering all the transactions in the passbook. But have I entered the same in the cash book? No. So whose fault is this? This is my fault. So let us mark this. This is my fault. So this is supposed to be taken to what? To my adjusted cash book, because the cash book is not yet closed as per the question. So we will just make the entries in the cash book, in the adjusted cash book, and then take the balance to the bank reconciliation. Then going ahead, insurance premium up to 31st December paid by the bank rupees 27,000, but not entered in the cash book. So what has happened once again? Bank has made some insurance premium payments, but I have not entered it in the cash book. So because of this, what will happen? I have made the mistake over here. I have made some mistakes over here, right? So because of this, what should I do? I should take it into adjusted cash book again. Done. Then going ahead, the payment side of the cash book has been undercasted. Payment side of the cash book has been undercasted. I have made some less amounts entered in the cash book. So whose fault is this? My fault again. So again, this will go to my adjusted cash book. Okay. Now, bank charges rupees 1,500 shown in the passbook, not entered in the cash book. Again, bank has directed some bank charges, but have I made the entry in my cash book? No, not yet. So this will again be my fault. So this will also go to my adjusted cash book. Then the bills payable of rupees 2 lakh has been paid by the bank, but was not entered in the cash book and has not been entered in the cash book, and bills receivable of rupees 60,000 has been discounted with the bank, and the cost of rupees 1,000 which was not recorded in the cash book. So two entries, two different entries. One, bills payable, two, bills receivable. So regarding the bills payable, what has happened? A bills payable of rupees 2 lakh has been paid by the bank but not entered in the cash book. So in cash book entry is not done. So whose fault? My fault. Done. One is my fault. Then going to bills receivable, rupees 60,000 has been discounted and with a bank for rupees for a cost of rupees 1,000. This is the discounting cost paid to the bank 1,000 rupees, which has also been not entered in the cash book. So again, this entry has also not been passed in the bank account. So the cash book. So therefore, this will also be my fault. Okay. So I have figured out what is my fault and what is not my fault. Now, to make appropriate adjustments in the cash book, prepare a statement reconciling the bank passbook. Okay. Let us see how to prepare it now. Okay. Now, start with the balances. Start with the opening balances. So, opening balance as per cash book is what? Rupees 44,500. So, 44 lakh 50,000. So, this will be called my to balance border. Whoever don't know where to take the opening balances and closing balances, please refer to the ledgers part, because in ledgers we have clearly seen where to take the opening balances. See, always adjusted cash book is what nature? Out of 5 words, it's an asset. So we should look at the arrow upwards. So arrow upwards is for the debit. So the opening balance will always for the assets account will be on the debit side. Will be on the debit side. Remember this, okay? Now going ahead. So now look at what entries needs adjustment in the adjusted cash book. So we had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These all entries should be adjusted in the adjusted cash book first, and then the closing balance should be taken to the bank reconciliation statement. So starting with a dividend of rupees 40,000 and rent of rupees 60,000 has been received by the bank and entered in the passbook but not recorded in the cash book. So to rectify this, what should I do? There has been no entry made in the cash book. So should there be entry made? Yes, sir. So make the entry now. Done. So where should be the entry passed? I am receiving a dividend, I am receiving the rent. So both I am receiving. So whenever there is a receipt, there should be a increase in the value. Here it is a decrease. So there should be a increase in the value. So I should debit the account now. So to dividend, to rent. So what is the amount? 40,000, and over here it is rupees 6 lakh. Rupees 6 lakh. Okay. Then going ahead. Insurance premium up to the 31st December has been paid by the bank, not entered in the cash book. So bank has paid the insurance premium, but has the entry been done in the cash book? No, sir. The entry has not been done in the cash book. So now pass the entry to rectify it. Done. It is the insurance premium paid. I am paying something, so cash is going out. So debit or credit? I should credit it. By insurance premium, rupees. How much? Rupees 27,000. 27,000. Okay. Then payment side entry will keep it at end. Keep it at the end. This is a bit trickier to enter over here. That's right. Then bank charges rupees 1,500 shown in the passbook, not entered in the cash book. So bank has deducted some bank charges which was not entered in the cash book, right? So which was not entered in the cash book. So now what should I do to make it proper? I should make an entry then. So where should I make the entry? In the credit side. Why? Because it's the bank charges that is being reduced, right? So bank charges, how much rupees? 1,500. Done. Then last one, bills payable rupees 2 lakh had been paid by the bank, but was not entered in the cash book. So what is bills payable? Bills payable means I am supposed to pay someone for a bill of exchange, towards a bill of exchange. So bank has made the payment, but have I entered in the cash book? No, I have not entered in the cash book. So make an entry now. So by bills payable account, how much? Rupees 2 lakh. Rupees 2 lakh. Okay. Then here bills receivable of rupees 60,000 has been discounted to the bank at a cost of rupees 1,000, which has not been recorded in the cash book. So what has happened? I have given a bill receivable to the bank and discounted it to the bank for a discount of rupees how much? 1,000 rupees. So how much will bank pay me? Rupees 59,000. So bank has paid me, but have I entered it in the cash book? Have I entered this in the cash book? I have received some money, right? So bank has paid me some money into the bank account. So because of this, the bank balance will increase or decrease? It will increase. So pass the entry now. To bills receivable account, rupees how much? 59,000 only, because bank will keep 1,000 rupees as its own margin and pay me only rupees 59,000. So the entry will be done on the credit side by wrong casting. Rupees how much? 5,000. This is how you make the entry. Now, balance the cash book. How much is the balancing figure? 49 lakh 15,500 is the closing balance of the cash book. Now we need to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. But this time the balance as per cash book will be how much? Not rupees 44 lakh 50,000. Do not take this value. But we need to take what value? We need to take this figure, because after taking into consideration 44 lakh 50,000, we have made so many entries. Right. Now this is the new balance of the cash book, because the cash book was not closed. I am preparing adjusted cash book. But if it is closed, if it was closed already, directly prepare bank reconciliation. All these entries would have come in the bank reconciliation statement. But since the question specifically asks me to prepare the appropriate adjustments in the cash book, I am preparing adjusted cash book. Remember this. Okay. So as per the cash book will be 49 lakh 15,500. So this is my opening balance I have taken from the adjusted cash book. Now pass the entries that were remaining. What were the entries remaining? One is this, one is this. Two entries were remaining to be done in the BRS, right? Two entries. So look at the question now. Checks amounting to rupees 6 lakh issued to the creditors has not been presented for the payment. I have issued some checks to the creditors, but these guys have not presented it for the payment. So what happens because of this? The bank balance will not reduce. So both were equal. Again come back to the same formula. Cash book, passbook. So in cash book, I have reduced the payment as soon as I issue the checks. But has the balance reduced in the bank account? No, it has not yet been reduced. So to make these both equal, what should I do? I can move only my cash book this time, because the question talks about what? The question is talking about the cash book balance. The opening balance is cash book, not passbook. Look at the question properly. So cash book balance is given to us. To make it equal, I should increase the cash book balance. So add how much? Rupees 6 lakh. Done. Then checks paid into the bank amounting to rupees 11 lakh 5,000, out of which checks amounting to rupees 5 lakh 50 only credited by the bank. So I have paid some checks into the bank for clearance. I have paid some checks into the bank, but bank has collected only rupees 5 lakh 50 out of rupees how much? 11 lakh 5,000. So the difference amount. So see, both were equal. I have paid some checks of rupees 11 lakh 5,000 into the banks, but bank has collected only how much? Rupees 5 lakh worth of checks. 5 lakh 50 worth of checks, right? So there's a difference of both. 11 lakh 5,000 minus 5 lakh 50. There's a difference, right? Differential amount of rupees 5 lakh 55,000 should be reduced now, right? The 5 lakh 50,000 rupees should be added or reduced. I can only move the cash book, so reduce to make it equal. So less 5 lakh 55,000. So balance as per passbook 49 lakh 60,500. This is the closing balance of my passbook. See, once again I will just repeat what to do. Whenever the cash book is not closed for the year and the question specifies that you need to prepare adjusted cash book before and then go for bank reconciliation, at that time we need to prepare adjusted cash book. Now, what entries will come to adjusted cash book? Only the entries which are our fault, the business's fault, not the bank's fault, but our fault. Bank's fault will go to bank reconciliation, our fault will go to the adjusted cash book. Once the adjusted cash book is prepared using all the wrong entries, make the entries proper. Refer the rectification video, you will get a small idea on how to rectify the entries. So once the rectification is done, take the closing balance of the adjusted cash book and show it as the opening balance of bank reconciliation. Balance as per cash book, right? So take it as a balance as per cash book and take it over here. Then pass all the remaining entries which are the bank's fault, Those entries will be entered and whatever value you get will be the balance as per passbook. And we are done with it. Yes. So we are done with the bank reconciliation statement. So there are so many questions in the books in your study module. So please go through all of them. And if you have any doubt, I hope you have got the Telegram link for the clearing the doubts. So please join the group and try to clear all your doubts. Okay. Yes. Thank you.